Long ago, in the heart of ancient Persia, there lived a merchant named Jamal. He was famous in his town for his sharp mind and clever ideas. Jamal sold beautiful goods, colorful rugs, fragrant spices, silk robes, and jewelry. People trusted him because he was kind and always fair. One day, Jamal decided to travel to a faraway city to sell his goods. The journey was long, and the road would pass through a deep, dark forest. This forest was known to be dangerous because robbers hid there, waiting to steal from travelers. Jamal packed his donkeys with his goods and thought about how he could stay safe. Before leaving, Jamal told his wife, "The road is dangerous, but I must go. Do not worry, I will use my wits to return safely." His wife trusted his cleverness and wished him good luck. As Jamal entered the forest, the sun was setting, and shadows stretched across the path. He knew the robbers could be anywhere, hiding behind trees or bushes. While walking, he began to talk loudly to his donkeys. "Oh, my loyal donkeys," Jamal said, pretending to scold them. "You are carrying 3 heavy chests full of gold coins. I hope you do not drop them because we cannot afford to lose even 1 coin." Unbeknownst to Jamal, a group of robbers hiding in the forest heard his words. They smiled, thinking they had found an easy target. "Gold coins. He must be rich," whispered one robber. "Let's follow him and steal his treasure." Jamal, who had guessed the robbers might be listening, kept walking and talking. "When we reach the river," he said loudly, "I will bury the gold under a tree to keep it safe while we rest." The robbers exchanged excited glances. They decided to let Jamal do the hard work of hiding the treasure. Then, they would dig it up and take it for themselves. After some time, Jamal reached the riverbank. He acted as though he was in a hurry and said loudly, "This looks like the perfect spot to hide the gold." He tied his donkeys to a tree and began to dig under another big tree near the water. He made a small hole and pretended to drop heavy chests into it. Jamal then covered the hole with leaves, branches, and dirt. "Standing up," he said, "now the gold is safe. We can continue our journey without worry." Satisfied with his acting, Jamal untied his donkeys and walked away, all the while keeping an ear out for any sound behind him. As soon as Jamal was out of sight, the robbers rushed to the tree where he had buried the gold. They grabbed their shovels and began digging quickly. "We're going to be rich," one said. "Think of all the treasure we'll find." They dug and dug until the sun disappeared and the moon rose high in the sky. But no matter how much they dug, they found nothing except rocks and roots. One robber, tired and sweaty, shouted, "This merchant tricked us." Another said, "Let's find him and take whatever he has." But by now, Jamal was far ahead, moving quickly toward his destination. Jamal kept traveling through the forest until he reached a village where he decided to rest for the night. There, he shared a meal with kind villagers who warned him about the robbers. He smiled and said, "Do not worry. I know how to deal with people like that." The next morning, Jamal continued his journey and reached the faraway city safely. He sold all his goods at a good price and earned a large amount of money. He carefully packed his earnings and prepared to return home. On his way back, Jamal avoided the forest by taking a longer route. Though the journey was harder, he reached home safely. His wife was overjoyed to see him, and he shared his adventure with her. She laughed and said, "Only you could outsmart the robbers so cleverly." The robbers, meanwhile,
spend days digging around the riverbank.
When they finally realized there was no treasure, they were too ashamed to tell anyone. They learned a valuable lesson: greed can lead to foolishness. This story teaches us that clever thinking and calm decision-making can help us overcome even the most challenging situations. Instead of using strength or fear, Jamal used his intelligence to protect himself and his belongings.
It is a reminder that a wise mind is often our greatest weapon. If you enjoyed this story and its valuable lesson, make sure to listen to it again and again. Repetition will not only help you remember the story but also improve your understanding of English.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more fascinating stories like this one and other useful English lessons.
Let's keep learning and growing together.